Have you ever been asked to prepare a presentation on a topic you have no clue about? What's even worse, you are more clueless on how to even start designing it or actually even presenting it. Standing in front of all those eyes in the audience, staring into your soul like they're expecting you to completely mess up. Guess what? You're not alone. I'm about to share with you 10 tips on making your class presentation more attractive. And what's even better, there's an extra tip at the end. So stay tuned. Before we begin, like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be the first to find out when we upload new content. Tip number 1, study and rehearse. You need to put the time into studying whatever topic you've been given for your presentation and also rehearsing how you're going to present it before it gets to the day of your presentation. Why is it important? When you study, you get more information about your topic. You get used to it. You take your time, you write down a lot of things about the topic, which actually helps you at the end because you are more knowledgeable and also more confident because you know much more about the topic than actually most of the people in the audience. Now, rehearsing is going to give you more confidence as well because you're going to be rehearsing everything you're going to say in different positions. You could be walking around, spreading your arms, you could be sitting down, you could even be sitting down in the toilet as well when you're rehearsing. It doesn't matter. The most important thing to do is to rehearse. Rehearse what you're going to say, and that's actually going to help you or go a long way in improving your presentations as well. Tip number 2, arrive early. Get to the venue maximum 30 minutes before the time for presenting. Why is this important? Because you'll be able to move around and get used to the environment, get used to the classroom, get used to the conference hall, and also check if you have enough mobility. Most of us when presenting like to walk around. Some people like to be stationary. So you need to be sure that the floorboards are strong enough. You need to be sure that everything is just in place. It's very good to get there on It's very important to get there ahead of time, to arrive early at the venue. So you could take your time to actually look around and get used to the environment. Ask the technicians some questions to be sure that everything is in working order, so we don't get any surprises during the presentation, like the projector tripping off. Tip number 3. Now, if you're nervous, make eye contact with a friendly face. Why is this important? When you're giving a presentation, there are points where you tend to get nervous, where it's like your heart starts to beat and your hands start to shake. Now, what I usually do during this period is I look into the audience to find a friendly face, someone that's smiling, or someone's face that's just warm and welcoming. And I look at them and I believe that they're actually supporting me, because for them to have that kind of face, it means they're actually enjoying what I'm doing. So that increases my confidence and I'm back on track. Now, don't stare continually because it's going to get weird. Tip number 4. Remember, your presentation design is like an appetizer. Your verbal presentation is the main dish. Your presentation design has to be on point, because appetizers are always sweet. Any restaurant you go to and you ask for an appetizer, it always prepares you for the main meal. That's the job of an appetizer. In case of your presentations, your presentation design is actually like that. It works in a similar manner. It backs you up. It supports your point. People are not supposed to be looking at the presentations to learn new things. They're supposed to be listening to you and making reference to your presentations to see or to actually get more understanding. It should just be like a reference because it's a support tool. Your verbal presentation is the main presentation. So try to make it count and properly design your slides. I have a video over here. You can click this link up here to watch how to make awesome title slides. Now, also, when you're done making the title slide, you can also click this link to watch how to design your content. If you were able to join these methods together, you will have delicious slides that will keep your audience wanting more. Tip number 5. Now this has to do with getting your content for your presentations. It's very important to pick out the most important points and put that into your presentation. Don't copy the entire Wikipedia page. Don't copy the entire blog post. Pick the important parts or points and place them in your presentation. You can explain more. Let your presentation just contain the important part, so that if someone is listening to you, they can look at your presentation and be like, okay, this is what he's talking about. Okay, I get it now. People are not supposed to start reading your presentation at the same time listening to you. It's stressful for most people. That's why people lose interest. Tip number 6. It is crucial, very, very crucial, to have a minimum number of 15 to 20 slides. Why? I have been at presentations where someone is presenting 100 slides, 50 slides, 47, 58. What are you trying to do? You are trying to bore us to death, and most of the time those slides are not even interesting. They are not properly designed. The person giving the presentation is reading from the slides, which is not supposed to be. You're supposed to be explaining, and your presentation backs you up. So minimalize the number of slides you have to 15 to 20, maximum 20, so that your audience won't get bored. Tip number 7. It's very and always nice to spice up the presentation by throwing a question to the audience or adding humor here and there, just to make things fresh and keep that attention. Because if you throw a question like you're trying to remind them in a class presentation, like, oh, who remembers what the teacher said on this topic? You see what I'm trying to say? Who remembers? Okay, who can tell me this? You're just trying to get people more engaged and interested in your presentations. Presentations that always go that way are not easily forgotten. Add a bit of humor here and there. You could use GIFs. You could actually make a joke yourself, just to make people laugh and also keep their interest. Tip number 8. Do not have lunch before presenting. It is very, very dangerous, risky, life-threatening, can lead to death by embarrassment. When you eat a lot of food or a complete meal, not an appetizer this time, a meal, your body is going to focus all its energy on digestion, leaving less to you. So high chances are you're going to be sweating, you're going to be more tense, more nervous. Staring at somebody's face in the audience might not help you as much as it used to. You're going to start to forget, and it's going to be more obvious, and people are going to start to wonder if you actually prepared. Meanwhile, you prepared well for your presentation. So avoid having a full course meal or a meal before your presentation, and also avoid taking coffee, because when you're going to give a presentation, you already have adrenaline surging in your body. It's like you want to go Super Saiyan 3, but at that point in time, you want to actually calm down. You want to actually be calm. Taking coffee only increases the adrenaline, which doesn't actually help. It makes you more nervous, and getting to that calm state becomes history because you won't get there. So don't take coffee before your presentations. Tip number 9, smile. Smile. When you smile, you actually reduce your tension, as well as create more friendly faces in the audience, hence giving you more friendly faces to look at when you get tensed again, and also gives you more confidence. So smile often as you present. Smile when you talk about the topic. Smile. Most people try to look more or are more focused on a friendly, smiley face than an uptight, frowning face. And tip number 10, remember to breathe. Like I said, remember to breathe. Breathing helps you control your breathing pattern and helps you relax, be in control and also be calm. When you're in control and when you're calm, you just seem to flow like the wind. You flow. You give your presentations, you present your idea clearly, and people seem to understand and remember. So always remember to breathe. You will not die, you will not have a heart attack. You will not have a stroke as well. Just breathe. Everything's gonna be alright. So breathe. Okay, now an extra tip to help you in making your presentations more attractive is ask a friend or mate to record you while you give your presentations. So after the presentation is done, you could actually take up the video, watch it for yourself, and see places that you need to improve. That's actually something that the pros do that you don't know about, because some people just give presentations and that's it. Take the presentation, ask a friend to record you, ask a mate or a friend to record you while you present. Go home, watch your presentation, or watch yourself, see your presentation from the eyes of the audience, and find out the places where you feel you need to improve. It's more like self-evaluation, enhanced version, and which actually helps too. So, if you didn't get, or if you weren't following when I asked you to look at how to create an appetizing title slide or a more delicious content slides, you could click this video right here and go and watch it right now.